Today, in this part of the video, we are going to deal with some more problems on indefinite integration under part 4. So again, before we get into the problems, let us have a quick revision of the formulae. And these are the formulae which we have dealt so far. And this is only for your reference purpose. You can stop the video anytime in between and go through all these formulae once again. And even you can, while doing the video also, you can just go through these formulae thoroughly well. So these are the ones which we have derived last time, rather till last lecture. So up to formula 23, these are all the very basic formulae, and 24 onwards, once again, the formulae which we have dealt last time. So these are the formulae which we are going to make use of. So we are going to deal with some more problems on integrations, and we directly get into the problems. So these are all the problems which we have, which we could not consider in the last lecture because of time constraint, and here we deal with those problems again, because integration has a variety of and plenty of number of problems. All cannot be done in a single go, and even we have done to some extent, we have covered some part of it. So the solution part, the first one, what we are given is f dash of x. F dash of x is 8x cube plus 3x square minus 10x minus k. And in this problem, we are asked to find f of x, and some conditions are also given. And one thing what we know is, if the derivative of f of x is f dash of x, then integration of f dash of x is f of x. This is directly by the definition of integration. So therefore f of x equal to integration of f dash of x dx, and now substitute f dash of x here. Therefore f of x is equal to integration of 8x cube plus 3x square minus 10x minus k. Now take separate integrations of each term, and that gives integration of x cube as x raised to 4 upon 4, and integration of x square as x cube upon 3. Integration of x is x square by 2, and integration of dx is x. And finally we have got a constant. So f of x works out to be 2x raised to 4 plus x cube minus 5x square minus kx plus c. So here there are two unknowns, we have to find them, k and c, for which we are given extra information. We call this as equation 1. So we are given that f of 0 equal to minus 3. Now for x equal to 0, from equation 1, we get f of 0 equals 2. So we have substituted the value of x equal to 0 in f of x, and that gives c, and we also know that f of 0 is minus 3. So therefore we get c equal to minus 3. Similarly, we are also given that f of minus 1 is 0, and we put the value of x equal to minus 1 in equation 1, and that gives you 2 into minus 1 whole raised to 4 plus minus 1 whole cube minus 5 into minus 1 whole square minus k into minus 1 plus of minus 3. This is the value of c. This is the value of c. So on simplification, we get f of minus 1 equal to k minus 7. But we are given that f of minus 1 is 0. Therefore, k minus 1 is equal to 0. That implies k equal to 7. And now substitute these two values, c equal to minus 3 and k equal to 7 in equation 1, we get f of x. And this is the actual f of x. So if we get f of x equal to 2x raised to 4 plus x cube minus 5x square minus 7x minus 3. So next one is integration of e raised to x minus 1 plus x raised to e minus 1 upon e raised to x plus x raised to e dx. So here we substitute the denominator equal to t. That is x raised to e plus e raised to x equal to t. So derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x, and the derivative of x raised to e behaves like x raised to n. So it becomes e x raised to e minus 1 dx equal to dt. So we take e outside from this, we get When we take e outside, here we'll have to divide by e. So it gives you e raised to x minus 1 plus x raised to e minus 1 dx equal to dt. Now cross multiply this e, we get x raised to e minus 1 plus e raised to x minus 1 dx equal to 1 upon e dt. So the problem becomes integration of 1 upon t, 1 upon e dt. So 1 upon e goes outside, so it becomes 1 upon e integration of 1 upon t dt. Integration of 1 upon t is log of t, therefore it becomes I equal to 1 upon e log of t. T is replaced by e raised to x plus x raised to e. So we get it as 1 by e log of e raised to x plus x raised to e plus c. So next one is integration of e raised to 2x minus 1 upon e raised to 2x plus 1 dx. So here we divide numerator and denominator by e raised to x. So that gives you e raised to x minus e raised to minus x upon e raised to x plus e raised to minus x dx. So it's clearly seen that the derivative of this works out to be numerator. Therefore, we substitute e raised to x plus x e raised to minus x equal to t, differentiate with respect to x, e raised to x minus e raised to minus x dx equal to dt. Therefore, problem becomes 1 upon t dt. And that is log of t plus c. And put back the value of t. Therefore, I equals to log of e raised to x plus e raised to minus x plus c. Integration of 1 upon sin x cos x dx. So here we replace 1 in the numerator by sin square x plus cos square x. And when you separately divide it, so in the first part 1 sin x cancels, it gives you sin x upon cos x, which is tan x. And in the second part 1 cos x cancels, it becomes cos x upon sin x, which is cot x dx. Now take separate integration. So integration of tan x dx plus integration of cot x dx. So finally we get I equal to log sec x plus log sin x plus c. So here it is integration of x plus 1 into x plus log x the whole square upon x dx, and slight rearrangement is made in the problem. That is what we do is we write these two together, x plus 1 upon x, and separately we'll divide also. So that gives you x plus log x the whole square into bracket 1 plus 1 upon x dx, and it's clearly seen that this part is nothing but the derivative of this part. So we substitute x plus log x equal to t. So on differentiating we get 1 plus 1 upon x dx equal to dt. Therefore this part will be replaced by dt. So problem becomes t square dt, integration of which is t cube upon 3 plus c, and now put back the value of t, that is x plus log x the whole cube upon 3 plus c. So here we write numerator x raised to 7 as x raised to 4 into x cube, and that x cube is taken along with this dx, and it is clearly seen that in both the places there is x cube, the derivative of x cube contains, both the places we have got x raised to 4, and we also know that the derivative of x raised to 4 contains x cube. So I can substitute 1 plus x raised to 4 equal to t. So on differentiating, derivative of 1 is 0, so derivative of this will be 4x cube dx equal to dt. Therefore x cube dx is 1 by 4 dt, and also the value of x raised to 4 from this is t minus 1. So problem becomes integration of t minus 1 upon t square into 1 upon 4 dt. So this 1 by 4 goes out. So integration of, and also simultaneously divide here, it gives you 1 by t minus 1 upon t square dt. Therefore it is 1 by 4 times, now take the definite separate integration. So integration of 1 upon t dt minus integration of, so 1 upon t square is written as t raised to minus 2 dt. So the integration of first term is log t, and the integration of this is in the form of x raised to n. So it becomes a t raised to minus 1 upon minus 1. And now the second part becomes 1 by 4 log t plus 1 upon t plus c. And now here put back the value of t. Therefore we get I equals to 1 by 4 times log of 1 plus x raised to 4 plus 1 upon 1 plus x raised to 4 plus c. Cos 2x minus cos 2 alpha upon cos x cos alpha. So here what we make use of the formula is cos 2 theta. So cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta minus 1. Therefore, the first part becomes 2 cos square x minus 1 and the second part will be 2 cos square alpha minus 1. Now open the bracket and this becomes minus and plus, and these two ones get cancelled. So we get 2 is taken out, cos square x minus cos square alpha dx. Denominator is cos x cos alpha dx. Now separately divide. So on division in the first part 1 cos x cancels, it becomes cos x upon cos alpha, and in the second part 1 cos alpha cancels, it becomes cos alpha upon cos x dx. So cos alpha is a constant part here, so it becomes cos x upon cos alpha minus cos alpha into 1 upon cos, which is sec x dx. And now let us take separate integration. So 2 into bracket 1 upon cos alpha integration of cos x dx minus cos alpha into integration of sec x dx. So it is I equal to 2 times 1 upon cos alpha is sec alpha, integration of cos x is sin x, minus cos alpha, and integration of sec x is log of sec x plus tan x plus c. So here it is 1 upon 1 plus cos 4x upon cot x minus tan x. So we simplify both numerator and denominator. So we write 1 plus cos, we make use of the formula 1 plus cos theta 2 cos square theta by 2. So it becomes 2 cos square 2x, and in the denominator we express in terms of sin and cos, and on simplification the denominator works out to be, so this will be cos square x minus sin square x upon sin x cos x, and this is 2 cos square 2x. So that gives you, this part goes to the numerator and 2 is taken along with this, so it becomes 2 sin x cos x, and cos square x minus sin square x is nothing but cos 2x. So here 1 cos 2x cancels, we get cos 2x into sin 2x. So to this what we do is multiply and divide by 2. So half into integration 2 sin 2x cos 2x dx. So this is in the form of 2 sin theta cos theta, which is sin 2 theta. So it becomes 1 by 2 integration sin 4x dx, and integration of sin 4x is minus cos 4x upon 4. So it becomes minus, it is 1 by 2 bracket minus cos 4x upon 4 plus c. Therefore finally I equals to minus cos 4x upon 8 plus c. So integration of sin raised to 4x dx. So this can be written as sin square x whole square, and sin square x can be replaced by 1 minus cos 2x upon 2 the whole square. So now expand numerator as well as denominator. So the numerator will be 1 minus 2 cos 2x plus cos square 2x upon 4. And now again here we will separately divide it, and along with that we make use of the formula of cos square 2x, cos square 2x. So that can be replaced by 1 plus cos 4x upon 2, and simultaneously we divide each term by 4. And that gives 1 by 4 minus cos 2x upon 2 plus 1 plus cos 4x upon 2 divided by 4. So this is what we get. And again we separately divide here. So it gives integration of 1 upon 4 minus cos 2x upon 2 plus 1 by 8 plus cos 4x upon 8 dx. So 1 by 8 plus 1 by 4 gives you 3 by 8. And the rest of the terms are same. Now take separate integration. So 3 by 8 integration of dx minus half integration of cos 2x dx plus 1 by 8 integration of cos 4x dx. So integration of dx is x, integration of cos 2x is sin 2x upon 2, and cos 4x is sin 4x upon 4. So finally we get I equal to 3x by 8 minus sin 2x by 4 plus sin 4x by 32 plus c. Sin raised to 5 cos raised to 8x, sin raised to 5x cos raised to 8x dx. So this sin raised to 5 is split as sin raised to 4x into sin x dx, and we express this also in terms of cos, so that the derivative of cos works out to be sin. Therefore it is, see, it is of the kind where we find, so the power of sin is odd and the power of cos is even. We proceed this way, and if it works out to be the other way around, if sin, the power of sin is even and power of cos is odd, that time we take cos out from the cos term, so that I can substitute sin x equal to t. So here now we substitute cos x equal to t, therefore minus sin x dx is dt, so sin x dx will be minus dt, and substitute here wherever we have cos x, so it's replaced by t, so it becomes t raised to 8 1 minus t square whole square minus dt. So t raised to 8 1 minus t square whole square minus dt. So minus sign goes out and simultaneously expand it also, 1 minus t square whole square 1 minus 2t square plus t raised to 4. Now take this t raised to 8 inside the bracket, so it gives minus integration of t raised to 8 minus 2t raised to 10 plus t raised to 12, and integration of t raised to 8 is t raised to 9 upon 9, and integration of t raised to 10 is t raised to 11 upon 11, and integration of t raised to 12 is t raised to 13 upon 13, and along with that minus sign gets in, so it becomes minus, this becomes plus, and this becomes negative minus. And now put back the value of t. The value of t is cos x, so it becomes minus cos raised to 9x upon 9 plus 2 cos raised to 11x upon 11 minus cos raised to 13x upon 13 plus c. So again in this case what we note is x cube, and we are expressed this also in terms of x cube, so it becomes x cube into x square, and we also know that the derivative of x cube contains x square. So this is how it is separated, and now we substitute a cube plus x cube equal to t. So the derivative of which is 3x square dx is dt, therefore x square dx is 1 by 3 dt, and also we can replace the value of x cube by t minus a cube. So problem becomes integration of t minus a cube root t 1 by 3 dt. So 1 by 3 is taken out, and it becomes the integration of t minus a cube into t raised to half dt. Root t means t raised to half, and that is taken inside the bracket. So 1 by 3 integration of t raised to 3 by 2 minus a cube t raised to half dt. And now we have taken a separate integration, that integration gets in, and that becomes the integration of t raised to 3 by 2 will be t raised to 5 by 2 upon 5 by 2 minus a cube. Integration of t raised to half is t raised to 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2. So this 2 goes to the numerator and goes out. And apart from that, we also think of substituting the value of t here. So outside it becomes a 2 by 3. Okay, first let us take this 2 to the numerator, then let us take 2 outside. So it becomes 1 by 3 into 2 times t raised to 5 by 2 upon 5 minus 2a cube t raised to 3 by 2 upon 3. And now 2 goes out. So it becomes 2 by 3, and also along with that we substitute the value of t. T is a cube plus x cube. So on substitute this, we get 2 by 3 into bracket a cube plus x cube raised to 5 by 2 upon 5 minus a cube into bracket a cube plus x cube raised to 3 by 2 upon 3 plus c. So tan 2x, tan 3x, tan 5x dx. So here we make use of the formula tan of a plus b equal to tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a tan b. So tan 5x can be written as tan of 2x plus 3x. So that becomes tan of 2x plus tan of 3x upon 1 minus tan of 2x into tan 3x. The cross multiply, that gives tan 5x into bracket 1 minus tan 2x tan 3x equal to tan 2x plus tan 3x. Now take this tan 5x inside the bracket. And now rearrange the terms, that is this whole lot is brought to the right hand side and these two are brought to the left hand side. So that finally gives you tan 2x tan 3x tan 5x equal to tan 5x minus tan 3x minus tan 2x. That means this is the integrand of the problem. This can be replaced by this. So we get I equal to integration of tan 5x minus tan 3x minus tan 2x dx. Now take separate integration. And now write the integration values. So it becomes log sec 5x upon 5 minus log sec 3x upon 3 minus log sec 2x upon 2 plus c. Some more problems. Okay, now in this section, first one, tan inverse of sec 3x plus tan 3x dx. So we write in terms of sine and cos. So it becomes tan inverse of 1 upon cos 3x plus sine 3x upon cos 3x. And that is written as 1 plus sine 3x upon cos 3x in the bracket here. And now we make use of the formula 1 plus sine theta is cos theta by 2 plus sine theta by 2 whole square. And here cos x is cos square x by 2 minus sine square x by 2. So it becomes cos 3x by 2 plus sine 3x by 2 whole square upon cos square 3x by 2 minus sine square 3x by 2 inside the bracket of tan inverse. And now in the denominator we factorize it. A square minus b square, written as a plus b into a minus b. Therefore I equals to integration of tan inverse of cos 3x by 2 plus sine 3x by 2 whole square divided by cos 3x by 2 minus sine 3x by 2 into cos 3x by 2 plus sine 3x by 2, which is in the form of a square minus b square, is written as a minus b into a plus b. And here one a plus b term get cancelled. So we'll be left with tan inverse of cos 3x by 2 plus sine 3x by 2 upon cos 3x by 2 minus sine 3x by 2. And now you divide numerator and denominator by cos 3x by 2. So that division gives you 1 plus tan 3x by 2 upon 1 minus tan 3x by 2. And you know the formula of 1 plus tan theta upon 1 minus tan theta that we are going to make use of. We get tan inverse of tan of pi by 4 plus 3x by 2. And that is because of this formula. So it becomes integration of pi by 4 plus 3x by 2, because tan inverse of tan theta is theta. And now take separate integration. So I equal to pi by 4 integration dx plus 3 by 2 integration of x dx. Okay. So that is pi x by 4 plus 3 by 2 times x square by 2 plus c. Therefore I equals to pi x by 4 plus 3x square by 4 plus c. Integration of root of cos cube x upon sine raised to 11x dx. So here we write the denominator sine raised to 11 as sine cube into sine raised to 8 under the root itself. So 1 upon sine is cosec. Therefore it becomes cos cube upon sine cube as cot cube x, and 1 upon sine raised to 8 becomes cosec raised to 8. And now we take the separate root of this and root of this. So it becomes integration of root of cot cube x into root of cosec raised to 8 will be cosec raised to 4x dx. And we separate that cosec raised to 4x as cosec square into cosec square x. Note these steps very carefully, because ultimately what we are trying to do is we are trying to find such a term that on substitution everything should be expressed in terms of t. So now this cosec square is written as 1 plus cot square x, so that you know that this also in terms of cot, this also in terms of cot, and the derivative of which is minus cosec square, rather we can say cosec square, it contains cosec square. So we write this cosec square x as 1 plus cot square x into cosec square x dx. So now we substitute cot x equal to t. So differentiate with respect to x. Minus cosec square x dx is dt, therefore cosec square x dx will be minus dt. So let us substitute the whole lot in the problem. So it becomes t raised to 3 by 2 plus 1 plus t square into minus dt. And now this minus sign goes out. And this t raised to 3 by 2 gets in. So it becomes minus of integration t raised to 3 by 2 plus t raised to 7 by 2 dt. Now take separate integrations. It becomes integration of t raised to 3 by 2 dt plus integration of t raised to 7 by 2 dt inside the bracket. Now the integration of t raised to 3 by 2 is t raised to 5 by 2 upon 5 by 2. And the integration of t raised to 7 by 2 is t raised to 9 by 2 upon 9 by 2. X raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So we take the reciprocals of the denominator and also substitute the value of t there, and minus sign is also taken inside the bracket. It becomes minus 2 cot raised to 5 by 2x upon 5 minus 2 cot raised to 9 by 2x upon 9 plus sin raised to 6x plus cos raised to 6x upon sin square x cos square x dx. So in the numerator we are trying to express in the form of a cube plus b cube. So that means I write it as sin square x whole cube plus cos square x whole cube, and that becomes sin square x plus cos square x whole cube minus 3 times sin square x cos square x into bracket sin square x plus cos square x. And this is simply by using the formula a cube plus b cube equal to a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b, because we can easily see that a plus b whole cube is a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. So that is shifted to the right hand side and it gives this result. And this is 1, and as well as this is 1 sin square x plus cos square x. So it becomes 1 minus 3 sin square x cos square x upon sin square x cos square x. Now separately divide. So on separate division it gives you 1 upon sin square x cos square x minus 3. And you have to think of all the types of problems what we have done solved so far. And now how this can be reduced to the integrable format. So this 1 is replaced by sin square x plus cos square x. So now when we separately divide, we get 1 upon cos square x and 1 upon sin square, which are nothing but sec square x and cosec square x, which are integrable. Ultimately, what we are trying to do in all the problems of integration is that we reduce the problem to such an extent that where we think of the formula what we have derived so far and make use of it. So it becomes integration of sec square x plus cosec square x minus 3 dx. Now take separate integration. So integration of sec square x dx plus integration of cosec square x dx minus 3 dx. And so finally I equals to tan x minus cot x minus 3x plus c. Because integration of sec square x is tan x and integration of cosec square x is minus cot x. Integration of root tan x upon sin x cos x. So here what we do is we divide numerator and denominator by cos square x. Again what we are trying to do is we are trying to bring such a term there you can easily understand in the next step. So this is what we get. And now what we do is this sec square x is nothing but the derivative of tan x, which can be seen here. And of course we further simplify this. It gives you sec square x upon root tan x dx, because root tan x upon tan x, this reduces to 1 upon root tan x. And now we put tan x equal to t. Sec square x dx is dt. So problem simply reduces to integration of 1 upon root t dt. And integration of 1 upon root t is 2 root t. And put back the value of t. So we get I equal to 2 root of tan x plus c. So integration of cos x plus x sin x upon x times x plus cos x dx. See, there is a tricky problem. So what we do in this case is we add and subtract x, so that we try to bring this term in the numerator, for which what I did is I added x and subtracted x. So this will reduce to what form? X plus cos x minus x into 1 plus 1 minus sin x upon x into x plus cos x. Now we are going to separately divide this. When you separately divide, in the first part x plus cos x cancels, and in the second part x cancels. So we get integration as 1 upon x minus 1 minus sin x upon x plus cos x. So separately take the integration, and what we get is integration of 1 upon x is log x, and integration of this, that is what we have done here, this is the form of f dash of x upon f of x. So log of f of x plus c. So it gives you I equal to log x minus log of x plus cos x plus c. A raised to x plus b raised to x whole square upon a to x b raised to x dx. First we expand the numerator. And now separately divide by the denominator. So every term is divided by a raised to x, b raised to x. So in the first part a raised to x cancels, it becomes a raised to x upon b raised to x, and here both the terms get cancelled, it becomes 2, and here it is b raised to x upon a raised to x. A raised to x upon b raised to x is nothing but a upon b whole raised to x. Similar the last part also. So it becomes integration of a upon b whole raised to x plus b upon a whole raised to x, this part, and plus to this dx. Now take separate integration. Now this behaves like a raised to x. So integration of a raised to x is a raised to x upon log a. And in place of a we have got a by b. And here we have got b by a. Therefore what we get is I equal to a upon b whole raised to x upon log of a by b plus b upon a whole raised to x upon log of b by a plus 2x plus c. Just for simplification point of view, we write the numerator as a raised to x upon b raised to x and the denominator as log m by n, log m minus log n. So we get a raised to x upon b raised to x log a minus log b, and here b raised to x upon a raised to x upon log b minus log a. And this b raised to x comes to the denominator and here a raised to x comes to the denominator. So we get I equals to integration I equal to a raised to x upon b raised to x into bracket log a minus log b plus b raised to x upon a raised to x into bracket log b minus log a plus 2x plus c. So integration of 1 upon sine cube x sine of x plus alpha. And here we are going to expand this sine of x plus alpha. Sine x cos alpha plus cos x sine alpha. And now from these two terms we take sin x out, and here when it comes out it becomes sin raised to 4x, and from here when it comes out it becomes cos x upon sin x, which is nothing but cot x. So problem converts to this format. So integration of 1 upon root of sin raised to 4x into bracket cos alpha plus cot x sin alpha dx, and that cosec raised to, so sin raised to 4 comes out and now it goes to the numerator, it becomes cosec square x. And now what we see is cosec alpha is constant, sin alpha is also constant. So derivative of cot contains cosec square. So we put this part equal to t. So cos alpha plus cot x sin alpha equal to t. So when we differentiate, the derivative of cos alpha is 0, whereas the sin alpha is written as it is, and the derivative of cot x is minus cosec square x dx equal to dt. And what we want is only cosec squared x dx. So we cross multiply this sin alpha. So we get cosec square x dx equal to minus 1 upon sin alpha dt. So the problem becomes integration of 1 upon root t into minus 1 upon sin alpha dt. And this 1 upon sin alpha with negative sign goes out. So it becomes minus 1 upon sin alpha integration of 1 upon root t dt. So 1 upon sin alpha is cosec alpha and integration of 1 upon root t is 2 root t. And now put back the value of t. T is cos alpha plus cot x sin alpha. Therefore I equal to minus cosec alpha root of cos alpha plus cot x sin alpha plus c. If you see this problem, it looks like a difficult one, rather a complicated one. But when you simplify it, it becomes a very simple problem. So how it can be simplified, let us see. So here log x raised to 1 plus x, this 1 plus x comes by the side, and within the bracket this root x comes by the side. And now this square is applied to both, and this log x is open, brought inside the bracket. So we get 1 plus log x the whole square divided by 1 plus log x plus x log x, and this is x plus log x the whole square. And we'll arrange this and we take x out from these two terms. So we get first part as 1 plus log x as it is, and here we take x log x out. So that becomes 1 plus log x, and 1 plus log x is common and that is taken out. So it becomes 1 plus log x the whole square upon 1 plus log x into 1 plus x log x. And here 1 plus log x term get cancelled. So we get integration of 1 plus log x upon 1 plus x log x. And now we substitute 1 plus x log x equal to t. So differentiate with respect to x. And here what we get is log x into derivative of log x 1 by x. Product rule we are going to use here. Derivative of 1 is 0. Plus log x into derivative of x is 1. So it gives you 1 plus log x dx equal to dt. So the problem becomes integration of 1 upon t dt. Now integration of 1 upon t is log t. So the problem got reduced to this simplest form. And put back the value of t, that is log of 1 plus x log x plus c. Thank you.